Hello contractors and homeowners. In this video I would like you to take a look at the stainless steel Middle European exterior door frame assembly with the side light. We're gonna show you how to remove the glass out of the side light. We're gonna remove the door slab of the hinges and show you the main techniques in order to get the unit together. So here's the most important part of the frame assembly, because we need to remove the glass first and then put the screws through the side light into the door frame. So the first step is going to be removing the gaskets behind the trim, the interior side of the side light. Since it's 6 degrees Fahrenheit outside, I'm gonna use the chisel, but we don't typically recommend using anything sharp, chisel. So what I'm doing is easily remove the gasket from sides first. It's like I mentioned, very cold outside, so the gasket is like very hard, so that's why I'm using the chisel, but I just do it carefully. So like I mentioned, very hard. Okay, so the side gasket is removed, not all the way yet. Here's the technique. I'm gonna remove the bottom and the top one, but not all the way, just a little bit, and then I move in the middle. So the reason why I'm doing is I want to keep the space between the frame and the glass, so I can easily remove the side ones first, and then I'm gonna remove the gasket and the top and bottom trim. So here's the side light with the two sides gasket already removed. There's just a bottom trim with the gasket in the middle. I want you to take a look at the gaskets. So these gaskets come always longer, like 2 inches, 3-4 inches. This is because of the manufacturer trying to prevent shrinking the gasket too much during the winter, especially for when it's in Europe, like minus 30-35 Celsius. So the gasket is a little bit hard to put back. So the way we typically recommend putting the gasket back after you finish, you put one side and then the other side, like I mentioned, you see it's extra, and then just evenly apply back, and then just hard just push it in. This is very important, because if you cut the gasket thinking it's too long, during the summer, during the winter, the client is gonna call because he's gonna have a gap over here. The gasket is gonna shrink, and on each side is gonna be at least 1 inch gap. So this is why gasket always comes longer. So on the top and on the bottom, I have a gasket like temporary fixed right here, and here's the next step. I'm pushing the trim into the glass, and then simply remove it. Here's one trim, here's second one, and the bottom one I'm just removing the temporary installed gasket. Push the trim in, and then the glass is easy to take care of. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the hand behind the side light, push the glass. My partner will help me to remove the glass. We're gonna carefully put it aside, and now we can operate with the frame. Same we're gonna do with the door. We're gonna unlock the cylinder with the cylinder, the door, remove it off the hinges, and then since we're gonna have two frames separated from the glass and door slab, it's gonna be easy to operate by screwing them together. So here's the next step. I'm quickly taking just one of the cylinders, and then we're gonna unlock the door in order to remove the slab. So what I'm doing is I'm just double checking on the top cylinder. Okay, fully open. And then the bottom one is a little bit different. It has also opens the releases the latch. Okay, so I just a little bit of the turn. So I just unlock the door, and then after you fully unlock the door, there's a little bit of the turn, releases the latch. Taking the cylinder with me so it doesn't fall, and then taking the door off the hinge. So this is the insulation we're gonna mount. We're gonna glue right in the middle of the frame in the thermal break, because we don't wanna two surfaces, two spaces to be to share the same emptiness. So we're gonna put the like a barrier on the top of the thermal break, so to cold and room temperature don't in the middle. So this one is gonna expand like 5 times later. Right now it's cold, so it does expand, but very slow. But by the time it's gonna be like, if you guys mount it, it's gonna expand like almost right away. So these are connectors between the side light and the door frame. These are designed to keep the frame both frames lined up with each other. So the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put one on the very top, one closer to the strike plate, another one on the very bottom, maybe move this one a little bit down, and then apply another one. Okay, it clips in. So just to make sure that there is nothing gonna get stuck between after we tighten everything up, I'm making sure that there is no plastic, otherwise I would remove it. So no plastic, no cover plastic, nothing between. So the step after, the next step we're gonna do is putting the side light on the top of the setup we already done over here. So since we have the inserts connectors with the insulation applied on the thermal break, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the side light on the top of the unit and put in the clamps. So since I put the clamps, I'm gonna make sure that my door frame and the side light frame on the bottom is lined up. Since it's gonna sit on a flat surface, I wanna make sure it's straight and lined up with each other. And I'm gonna drill the holes. So technically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do 4 holes. uh, four holes, and then screw in the factory screws like this. So every side light has a drainage holes. So this is meaning the bottom. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up the side light with the door frame using this side to the bottom, and then also using the side where we remove the trim before removing the glass. I'm gonna use on the same side with the hinges. So this is the interior part, and the drainage part is the exterior. Putting the clamp next to the each hole, because I don't want the screw to get them apart, you know, maybe moving each other. So I want to make sure that my screw is not gonna destroy the unit together. My frame is already lined up on the bottom. So this side where we just remove the trim is on the inside. You could do it, the way you can determine is a hinge is going to be sticking out over here, and then since I pre-drilled, I'm just putting the screw, double checking that my frame is not did not move or anything else. Maybe lose the screw a little bit if in case if it did. Just get back in a position and just do the second screw. Since my frame is lined up, I'm just tightening the rest of the screws. So since I mounted the side light, the last step of the assembly is removing everything on its way, you know, in order to mount the ventilation. Like you see, I told you that I made sure that my frame is lined up with each other, and then just put in the ventilation covers before everything else. So all set. So the frame fully assembled, flush on the bottom, exterior side to the exterior side, interior side where the trim needs to be installed, and hinges on the frame. So this is the correct side light assembly process that we recommend in order to move forward with the frame installation.